MR imaging is now a mainstay in every imaging department. It's a wonderful technique that has helped countless patients and will continue to do so in the future. But we're facing some challenges with MR imaging. Part of the problem with MR imaging is that it involves a lot of interaction between the radiologist and the technologist in order to get the best images possible. The amount of work that we're facing is growing by leaps and bounds. We're seeing an increase in the number of types of procedures that we can offer to our patients. There's an increased number of patients that we are helping, and on top of that, we're getting more images per patient. In some cases, this can measure well over 1,000 images in a given case. So we have these large data sets that we have to interpret. On top of that, though, we also have to account for some abnormalities that might creep into the process, such as motion artifact and other issues that can increase the difficulties that we face when we're trying to give an accurate interpretation of the images. Furthermore, there's no standardized procedure from one facility to another, so the systems may not be consistent from one case to the next. And certainly, although MR can be a very sensitive procedure, in some cases it's not necessarily very specific. A number of people have tried to address these problems by developing CAD software that will make life easier for the radiologist. And it turns out that many of these CAD systems are extremely helpful. The CAD software can be used by the radiologist to improve the quality of their interpretations, to make the interpretations more standardized from day to day, from doctor to doctor, and from facility to facility, and can also allow the radiologists to get the reports out in a much more timely manner. It does this by automating many of the procedures that we used to have to do manually, and by correcting for some of the artifacts that may affect our images. One of the big advances that CAD software offers is in the area of patient movement. It turns out that the CAD software can relatively easily correct for any patient motion, and so that eliminates a big source of artifact for our images. So if you're using a CAD software, you're able to look at your images with more confidence in a much more timely manner, spending less time per case, but still issuing very high quality reports. It's important that the CAD software, though, be compatible with all cameras and that it be compatible with all PACS systems so that it can be incorporated into existing facilities without too much disruption. At the end of the day, what all of this means is that a facility that's using CAD software is able to deliver more accurate reports in a more timely manner, and that leads to a decrease in the cost per case. The good news is that means that the procedure then becomes more available to more patients, and that amplifies the number of patients that we can help. Merge CAD has become, over the years, the standard of care in CAD software. It's widely used. It's been adopted by over 1,000 facilities worldwide. The software has been used in many peer-reviewed journal articles and has resulted in a tremendous advance in the workflow for the radiologists. I often say that having CAD software is a little bit like having a cell phone. You don't know how useful it's going to be until you get it. And once you start using it, you will not go back to the old way of interpreting your images. CADstream from Merge CAD is currently the most complete MRI CAD system available, and it's one that can make a tremendous difference to the radiology department and, most importantly, to the patients.